Alright, what's up guys? So I just made it out here to the range. It's Friday afternoon before my match, and I'm just going to try to make a behind the scenes video for you guys on what I do and what it takes to run this precision rimfire match. Throughout the week leading up, I start building a course of fire. I usually try to change up a little bit of stuff. Of course, I don't have an infinite amount of props or an infinite amount of space, so I have to reuse some props, reuse some targetry, and reuse some course of fire. But I don't ever just repeat the same course of fire. I mix stuff up and mix and match. I learn from watching other videos of matches. I learn from going to matches. I use what I've learned in the past at matches, and I try to come up with a unique course of fire that fits what I'm after and fits the atmosphere that I'm trying to bring to the range. But I was already out here this morning at daylight trying to get a head start. So if you see here, I come out here and I loaded some props on my trailer. I went ahead and I set up a couple of props so we store them over there, and then the closest ones I just drug out here this morning when I was trying to get some out for the trailer. But this is my barrel of fun prop. But I built this prop. It's just 3 barrels that I've attached together with some 2x4s. I call it the barrel of fun. And then down here is another basically 2x4 prop. You've probably seen it, but this is stage 3. It's 5 positions. You shoot off the top of the 2x4s, or you can make other positions, or however you want to do it. Whatever kind of fun stuff you want to come up with. This is going to be our stage 2. So this stage here normally stays the same, about the same distance, the same exact targets. This is the tiebreaker time stage, skill stage. I usually leave it almost identical every single match. This is what I call the tire stage. So I'll move these tires around. I have some more tires over there. Sometimes I'll add extra tires. But I recently came up with this design here. I kind of like the way this is set up now. It took a lot of effort to get it set up, but I kind of like it. I think I can add to it later if I want to. Put another tire in the middle there and make some more props. Maybe some tires standing on their end down here. If it is raining or pouring down, it's not under the awning and it's in the mud, so I may just remove this one from the match, just so people don't get muddy and nasty and wet. You know, we want people to have a good time out here. We don't want them to come out here and have to suffer. But anyway, let's get started setting out the rest of these props and showing you guys what it takes. But so the first stage is the tires, second stage is the PRS barricade, third stage is the props. I have the props started setting up already. I don't have the targets. Fourth stage is going to be the barrel of fun, and then we're going to move in to the KYL. It's just going to be off the table down there, like it's identical to last month. I just left it the same as far as the writing, but I may move the targetry a little bit. And then we're going to move into the cattle gate. So I need to go down here and set up the cattle gate next. So like I said, next up is the cattle gate stage. So I like to try to find a spot where the cattle gate is a little bit more solid. I mean, if it'll be better over here. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So I'll find a spot here where the props a little bit better. So the culvert is going to be a near far, and this one's going to be 1 shot near, 2 shots far. All the way, the far target's going to be 200 yards. I'm thinking of doing the far target as like a KYL, bigger to smaller. Alright, next up is the rooftop. Alright, so the rooftop's going to go here, but as you see, I have the tank traps on the prop. The tank traps are actually going to go right here, so I'm going to throw them out real quick. But the tank traps is going to be 1 target, 2 shots from 5 different tank trap tips. Alright, let's get the rooftop up real quick. So the goal on the rooftop here, my plan is to have them do 5 shots from the left side. You can't have your body weight supporting on the roof, just your rifle, and then come around, weapon pointed down range, and 5 shots from this side. So what I've realized before, I tried to run a stage where I told people they have to shoot offhand. Well, a lot of people don't understand, or they want to shoot with their left hand or left finger or right eye or left eye or don't have an eye. But what this is going to do is it's going to force people to shoot from their weak side. I don't care if which eye they use or which finger they use, but they're going to have to shoot from their weak side because they got to use the prop from here and without their body weight on it. Alright, last prop here. Everyone liked this one the last time. Alright, so this prop is my 10 spot. But I figured out I got this 4x4 here, and I attach it to a 4x4, and I can ratchet strap it to this prop here. I usually only do 1 target, pretty good size. This is like a speed run. So let me get the straps and strap this thing in. So, alright, it's time to start moving some targetry. So let me run over here. Alright, so this is a multi-purpose range. So it doesn't have any targets already set up. I kind of know what targets I have in here. I actually save every one of these. Well, I have them saved on a PDF for one, or Word document. And then I can go in and look at what I've used in the past. So this is my KYL rack. I've modified it to start pretty big for the beginners and then go all the way down to pretty small for the advanced shooters. And it's 10 targets, so that's just 1 stage. Works out good. So this is the target I use every time for the tiebreaker stage, big, small, 5 positions. Since I modified that other rack and put some targets off of this one on that one, this is my 5 target KYL. So usually you can do 2 positions, 5 shots each. We're gonna run this off the rooftop. Alright, so this is my 200-yard truing plate. So when a lot of people come out here, when some people come out here, they've not shot their rifle, they don't know the dope. So I give them paper to 0 at 50 yards, and then I give them this plate to true at 200. I do it pretty big, so in case it'll make it harder to miss, and also it gives a little more real estate for the more accurate guys to pick a spot and try to hit. So these are my markers to mark the stages. I need to go back through and redo them and put letters on both sides, because sometimes when they spin on the other side it says like stage. So one day I'll invest in doing that. So what I've started is I like the props that you don't have to hammer in the ground. This ground doesn't take them very well, and when you got to hammer them in every time and pull them back up, these targetry that you don't have to hammer works best for me. Alright, so this is the tire stage. Basically, you're going to shoot from the tire, any two tires, and you'll do close, middle, far, middle, close, move to a new tire, and repeat. Next prop is just the barricade. It's good, but just 5 positions, 2 shots, 2 targets. This is the one where you shoot this close one. Well, actually you shoot the far one at 100 yards, bam, and then you shoot the close one D, bam. And then when you move positions, you go back out to the next farthest one, bam, bam. Move positions, go to the far one, position 3, target 3, bam, then a confirmation target. Barrel of fun, you pick any 2 barrels and you run the troop line, starting with the E, E, F, G, H, I. They're almost straight in line. That's perfect. This one here is the KYL, 10 rack KYL. Near, far from 5 positions. So basically K, bam, and L, bam. Move positions. K, bam, L, bam. Move positions. This next one's going to be one of the hardest stages, I believe, to do. You're going to have to go near 50 yards from here. Bam. And then move and shoot far 2 shots. And then move back down here. Go back to your 0. Pew. Move back up here. Go to the next smaller target. So this one is the KYL rack at 100 yards there. You'll start on this side. You'll run the KYL rack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you'll have to come around without getting on the prop and shoot from this side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to force people to use their offhand without confusing the situation. But basically you shoot from 5 of these tank trap tips. 2 shots each. Boom, 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 boom. You might not have caught all that, but there's the tank traps. 5 positions, 2 shots each at 1 target. I'm getting wore out. Alright, another fun one here. This might be a good one to run your attachment, but from each one of these little valleys, you shoot one shot at that big target. Boom. 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 Alright, well, that's it. That's what you get. Now we're going home. Adjust the course of fire a little bit and print it out. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you guys